Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I go about my makeup when I'm feeling lazy or if I'm pressed for time. So let's get started. I'm trying this again. This is going to be my second time filming this. The first time around, I started going on a rant about a recent Hinge date I went on and I just strayed away from the main point of today's video, but I'll save that story for another time. Okay? So what I like to do with these types of looks is prioritize the steps that are most important to me. So for me, first things first is mascara. It may be brows for you, maybe lips, maybe cheeks. So since that is mascara, I actually like to go in with some eye primer first. This is the Urban Decay priming potion, and I go in with this because I do have oily eyelids, and if I don't put a little primer and some powder down, my mascara does transfer throughout the day. And I like doing this because it just keeps my lids looking fresh all day as well. And throw a little bit of powder down. And I'll be using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder today because I need to get through this. It's old and I need to get through it. I love to have a super curled appearance to my lashes, so I'm going to heavily curl them with my Flower Nose eyelash curler. I'm really excited. I'm going to get a lash tint and a perm. Tint and a perm to my lashes. Is that the correct term? The correct verbiage has fleeted my mind, but whatever. So yeah, anyways, I give my lashes the curliest curl I can without them being like at a 90-degree angle. And sometimes on the days where I'm feeling lazy and not pressed for time, just starting doing the little routine kicks me into gear, and then I end up doing a full face of makeup at the end. I'm going in with my favorite Clio Kill Lash Superproof Mascara in Sleek Volume. And with this, I like to coat the tips of my lashes first to get them nice and fluttery looking, and then I'll build the volume and depth near the root. If I start with the root first, I then build that volume and like thickness all throughout my lashes, which I don't really like. And I'll also coat my lower lashes just a tiny bit. Next on my priority list is my lips, and I'm going to throw on some of my SACHEU lip liner stain in the shade Nude 01. My cheeks are still recovering from swatching 52 blushes yesterday, so you know what that means. Could only mean one thing. Blush tournament is in production. Hello, Lani. Oh, I don't want you to have this. No peel off stain for you, kitten. Where would it even work on you? Maybe your little nose? I don't want to know. And with this color, I kind of like to feather it like I just did. So my lips are going to look like this for a little while. Time to do a little quick brow. I'm using my KOSAS products. So the gel and the brow pop in medium brown. So I start with the pencil first, and I like to straighten up the bottom of my brow here, just a touch, and then I'll feather that color through my brow. I'll go in a little bit more heavily right here where I have some bald spots. After I do that, go over the whole brow with the spoolie, and then I'll just quickly throw in some brow gel to make my brows look a little bit more bushy and like I just freshly tinted them. So now at this point, some days, well, I was gonna say some days I'm ready to go out like this. Not like that, but I'm going to take it a little bit further, and I'm going to use a bit of concealer just to brighten up my under eyes here. I'm using my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Dark Spots Concealer and Serum, I think in the shade 22. I lost the cap that had the shade number, but all of the product information will be in the description below. And then I'm just gonna add it to wherever I feel like my skin needs some evening. My forehead didn't really need it, but since I'm adding it everywhere else, I just need the balance on the forehead. So when I apply targeted concealer, I kind of hit that area first where I want the coverage, and then I'll start feathering that product outwards just so that my entire face has a little bit of that product. So if I'm in like direct sunlight or something, I don't look like I have concealer camo on. It'll just look a lot more even and seamless. I always love a sponge for the under eye, so I'm just swapping my tool to get that done quick. I lived a true scene from a fever dream today while I was doing errands. I was stopped at an intersection and a cyber truck rolled up beside me. Meanwhile, on the sidewalk, there was someone on like a unicycle, like an e-scooter, but with just one wheel, posted up with a double middle finger, yelling at the Cybertruck. I was like, this is just, what a sight to be seen. And I felt really lucky in that moment to have had witnessed it be memorialized in like a Renaissance-esque style painting. What am I on about? You may have gathered that today I'm feeling lazy and not in a rush because I'm just taking my sweet ass time. Okay, finally found the brush I was looking for. So now I'm going to do a little cheek work, taking my Makeup by Mario Softsculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in the shade Light Medium, just to add a little color to my skin, a little dimension, and bronzification. I don't know why my skin's getting blotchy. I think it's screaming for me to stop applying so many products to my face these last couple days, but I can't. And this is one of my favorite products to go in with when I'm in a hurry or I'm lazy, because I can just like slap as much as I want on and just like take a little time to blend and finesse it a little bit, and it always just looks fantastic. Look beyond the blush for me, please, okay? I don't know what's going on. And same thing for blush. The Glow Play blushes from MAC are amazing for this type of look. The Glow Play blushes are just like such an elite formula because it's a cream and a powder mixed together, and there is a little bit of a radiance boosting pigment to it. I'm using the shade Blush Please, which is my favorite. Kitty, you're in my way and you're kind of distracting mama. And I'm using the same brush just to make it easier. And I like to apply my blush right here these days. I think it gives kind of a more youthful, fresh look on my face shape. It's been out for so long, but it still remains like one of the best blushes out there. Okay, this has had ample time to set in and stain. Then I just take a wet Q-tip and I just soften to remove. I found like using my Erase Your Face face cloths that I always have when I'm filming kind of removes too much of the stain, whereas a Q-tip kind of like smudges it and blurs it out. I definitely stole this technique from Billie Eilish. And since I added some concealer to my under eyes, I always have to go in with some powder just to set that in. And I'm also going to set my forehead and anywhere else I tend to get oily. So that's like right on the center here, right on the tip of my nose, my chin, and of course my forehead. Just for a little personalization, I always like to use my Freck to enhance my little beauty marks. Jumping back to lips, I'm going to line with the Tower 28 one liner in the shade Check Me Out, which is one of their newer colors, and I really like how this color pairs with the SACHEU lip stain I used. They're very flattering together. And then finally, I always have one of these on me at all times, whether it's the clear or tinted version. It's the Naturium Vital Glow Lip Balm, and today I'm using Petal. And whenever I bring this product up on my channel, I get comments saying how hard it is to squeeze the product out. And I never understood why, but they definitely updated the little tip. It used to be way easier to squeeze the product out. Now you really have to be like a muscle mommy to get it out. Something that does help is keeping it in your brassiere or in your back pocket. I don't know why. I don't like that tone right now. I'm going to try this shade instead, Latte, from Naturium. And if this doesn't go well, then I'm gonna try something different. That's better for the blush. Now at this point, usually I like take a look and see if anything's like looking unbalanced to me. And oftentimes I'll take a little bit of my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Limitless Brown, and I'll shove it right here just to kind of make my eyes look bigger. And these are very maneuverable. I just take a little flat brush and I'll just blend that. I love these liners because you don't have to be nervous when using them. They're super easy. Okay, and here is the look. That's how I go about those two situations. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll have everything I used listed and linked in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!